Hello, welcome to this month's video blog. This month we're going to be talking about the differences between the Filmac CTS fitting and the Filmac ID series fitting. There has been some slight confusion about how the fittings work. I'm going to go through the parts and the components and also kind of show some examples of just how the fittings connect to your pipe. So on the bench here we have two short lengths of retro line. One is configured with what we refer to as the CTS Filmac fitting. The other retro line on the other side here is a more standard configuration, and this is an ID series fitting, so ID controlled poly pipe. So the main difference between these setups is that with a CTS fitting, the poly pipe is measured on the outside dimension. With the inside series Filmac fitting, the pipe is measured from the inside diameter. You normally only see the CTS type fittings in more so municipal applications, or if someone happens to run a PEX brand pipe from, say, the source to the building. So the breakdown on the fittings with the CTS, if we include the nut, there are three components. So we have the nut, we have the compression ring, which is gold in color. This is different from the ID series. And then inside, there is an O-ring. And then of course we have the main body of the Filmac fitting itself. Now the orientation of this fitting, and this is very important, is the O-ring seats in the body first, and there's a seat in there so you know when it's positively inside the T. Then we have the gold ring. Now, what you have to really watch out for is you do not want to reverse this ring. So if you look, we have the back side, which is flat, smooth, and there are no cuts or breaks in it. But on the other side, you will notice there is teeth. You'll see there's these slots or slits in the fitting. You need to make sure that that is pointing out. So it would fit in like so, with the barbed, the teeth on the outside. If you reverse this fitting, it will still fit. Now you can, when you're putting it in there, you'll feel that it does not fit properly. But if you do this and you try to connect, you will not get a proper seal. At the same time, the barb's going to end up damaging the O-ring. So it's very important that the orientation is correct. So again, barbs on the outside, fit inside the body of the T, and as you can see, the fit is proper. The nut then slides back on. Now jumping to the ID series fitting. So with the ID series, and in this case, this is a 1-inch ID fitting. So we have the nut, parts here. This is what we call the reducing cone. It's a reducing insert for 1-inch poly pipe. This would not be seen in an 1.25" application. We have the compression ring that goes onto the outside of the pipe. And this is the major difference between the ID series fitting versus the OD series CTS fitting, is we actually have a barbed insert. And this press fits into the pipe itself. So the pipe presses on, the compression ring on the outside of the pipe. Because this is 1 inch, we have this reducing cone, and then the nut fits into place. I also have a couple of pipes here, so I'm going to kind of do an actual demonstration of how these fittings work. This is actually a PEX pipe. This is a 3/4 PEX, and for the demonstration, I just grabbed a 3/4 inch CTS coupling. The black pipe, this is an ID series poly, and this is the, a very common well pipe. This is so 1 inch inside diameter, and again for this demonstration I have a coupling for a 1 inch poly. So what I have here is our 1-inch CTS coupling. We have the fittings inside already, and we have this 3/4 inch PEX already cut. What's important is that this is cut squarely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this nut, and I am not going to take any of the components out of the fitting itself. There is no need. So with the nut loosened, I take my pipe and I simply just press it all the way in until it goes, you'll know, it'll stop against the seat, and that's as far as it will go in. Once done, you take the nut, you spin it hand tight, and once hand tight, just take a channel lock just to finalize it. But once done, you will have a firm connection, and that will not let go. So the CTS fittings, as you can see, a very simple procedure. With the completion of the 3/4 inch CTS fitting, I'm going to demonstrate the connection for a 1-inch ID series poly pipe. We do have some additional components with this fitting. So again, pipe cut square. We have the barbed insert fitting, which I have now removed from the fitting body, which has an O-ring associated to it. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the nut, slide it onto the pipe. After the nut is the outside compression ring sliding onto the pipe. And take note of the orientation. You want this flat side. That will be going up against the insert. You do not want the barbed or the teeth pointing towards the insert. You want it to be pointing out towards the foot valve or whatever, however you're connecting this fitting. The next step is actually pressing the insert into the pipe. And to do this, for this demonstration, I just have a rubber mallet, so I'm just going to tap it in place. So the insert is now pressed on. You'll note that the pipe is all the way and seated against the red insert, so you know you have a positive connection. Once you have completed that, you just take that compression ring, bring it up to the fitting, slide the nut up as well, and with that assembly, you take the body of the Filmac fitting, you press the insert in place, and then thread the nut on, hand tight first, and then a pair of channel locks just to finish it. 1/4 inch turn. You don't necessarily have to bottom it out, just something to ensure that it is snug. And that is all there is to the ID series fitting. I hope you found this month's video blog helpful. We'll continue to release a new blog every month, but be sure to visit our website at www.heatline.com. And be sure to follow our social media channels, and thank you for watching.